Hello and welcome to the Week 12 update for Raven's Training Ground. This week we had 19, actually that is now 20 commits from 5 different contributors, which brings our lifetime commits to 266 from 11 lifetime contributors, and we are through week 12 of 15. This week for contributors we had Ian come in who fixed the pause button anchors that I messed up on in the pause menu. Gabriel iterated on the lighting for floor 3 to make it feel more cave-like. MD Fuchs came in and added a key pickup and a door unlock to the various dungeons. Christian came in and added fixed the spell prefab size and the scroll rect sizes for the spells that the player can use. And then I went through and finished up these cryptable objects for clothing, started integrating them into the pause menu, added some functionality into the items as well as adding them into the pause menu. So let's jump on over to the game here. First, I want to take a look at the pause menu that Ian and I have been working on. So if you press the P key here, you still have a super cool animation, and you have the expanding animation right behind it there. And what I was working on was the inventory system here. So we have our items and we have our clothing. So we can do our items over here. And each of these, you can see their little description there. And if you were to click on one that applies to everybody, like increase the magic points here, we can do that and it will turn the buttons on, and we should be able to click here and it will increase our NP there as well as deduct one from our player's inventory. And we can also do one for like medicine as well. We can increase our medicine over there. And then there are some that like regenerate the player, but if we do that then you can't select any of them because everybody's alive at this point. So we have some of the items working in our pause menu. From the clothing side of things, we have the menu up here. We also have the ability to go through the clothing, the wands, the shirts, and the pants, and you can select those and you can see where they can be applied. The functionality of integrating that into there or adding them into the stats isn't quite there yet, but the work in progress is getting there. So that is all from the pause menu. So if we were to travel around here and try to find some of what Gabriel was working on, we can see a door right over there that he helped integrate. Oop, looks like we got pulled into battle here. So I may have to go back and look at that in just a second. So let's look at what Christian has been working on, which is in our spells. He resized these in terms of the spell rect. You can still scroll through here. We have a little bit of cleanup to do in there, but that is still looking pretty good. And we can attack there. And we can still advance with our space key through here, and we can still scroll through with our victory screen here. So that's still coming along nicely. Let's see if I can elevate myself just a little bit here, or even just zoom out and go at it from this way. So we have these doors that are integrated throughout the level now, and you can also see these like traces of gold, which act as our keys. So the idea is once the player hits the key, then they will have it in their inventory, they can go up to a door and they can unlock it. And we also have our chests in here as well. We have our portals to still leave the level. So it's still coming along very nicely. Thank you for that, MD Fuchs. And I believe, oh, yep, and floor 3. Got to look at what Gabriel created. So here is what Gabriel's been working on with the updated lighting of level 3. So it looks really cool. It looks super cave-like. You can still see the lava underneath it. You can see the lava waterfall. You can see the particle system coming up from the bottom here. And the cave has an opening at the top, so you can see that light coming through, but you can also see the light emanating around the entire level, coming up from the bottom. And it's just really cool. Thank you for that, Gabriel. Jumping over to the Trello board here, we're on the downhill slide here. I'm going to be out for the most part of this week, so I slid most of the inventory items to the following week. So this week we'd like to wrap up most of the battle components and tweak some of the bugs that we're seeing in there. That can probably slide over here with the writing and narration X. We want to finish up the experience system, possibly get into tactics. I think I may just cut that one, but get our auto battler working as well as getting the player to run through it. And I believe that is our weekly update for Raven's Training Ground.